Abs are built in the kitchen. Dun, dun, dun. Hello, and welcome back, or welcome for the first timers, to my channel, Jolene Meets World, and to this series, Jolene Meets Carnival. This is video numero video number 2 in my series of Jolene Meets Carnival, where I talk about my journey to my first carnival experience, which is going to be in Trinidad next February in 2020. So if you haven't watched video number 1 yet, you should definitely go and watch that, and I'll put a link in the description to that video. And in that video, I talk about my carnival selection process, getting a hotel, as well as booking a flight. In today's video, I will be talking about exercise and dieting. But hold on. Before I go any further, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, you should definitely do that right now. Just click that button, which I think is going to be right there. And yeah, if you, along the way, you have any questions or comments, definitely leave comments in the comment section, as well as liking the video, which hopefully you do. Alright, so let's start out by talking about exercising. Whew. And what I've been doing to put in that work. But anyways, first of all, I'd like to start out by saying that all bodies are carnival bodies, just like how all bodies are beach bodies. So feel comfortable in your body and go on that road in February or whichever carnival you're going to, and party, enjoy yourself. Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of carnival Instagram accounts and carnival websites tend to really only show or mainly show a certain body type. And if anybody's out there listening to this video, please feature a more diverse carnival population, attendee population, please. As well as featuring more men. Hello, they're there too. But anyways, yeah, so for a while now, basically all throughout college and beyond, I've been trying to get into a steady workout routine. And I'll constantly be starting and stopping and being like, okay, I'll restart on this date, and then starting again and then stopping. And so clearly that hasn't been working. So I figured I'm a deadline-driven person, so I figured Carnival is coming up. There's a set date, it can't change. So I'll stick with it and use that date to motivate me, which is what I've been doing. So I was home for a month in the summer, in July and August, and I figured, okay, I've been following this personal trainer online for a while now. Why don't I just use his services? Didn't see myself as a personal trainer type person, but obviously what I've been doing so far has not been working, and I need someone who's, one, going to keep me accountable to sticking with my determined workout routine, and two, also tell me what I've been doing wrong, how I can improve, and what exercises I should maybe focus on or try, and also what exercises to incorporate so that my routine doesn't become very monotonous and boring, and also I guess keeps me interested in working out. So with that said, I decided to work with Mark from MonkFit, and we worked for a month while I was home. Definitely saw some results while I was there. And a great thing was he also gave me nutritional advice on maybe some foods. He'd ask me what I ate in a particular day, and then tell him, and he'd be like, okay, maybe focus on eating less of this type of food and more of this type of food, incorporate more fruits, veggies, stuff like that. Things we know kind of know we should do, but don't do. Yeah, and so I worked with Mark for a month at home, and so in-person sessions in a gym. And yeah, I saw some results. So I was like, yeah, I can continue this. But then I came back and it was moving time because I was going to move from New York to Baltimore. So I was like, okay, I'll take a break from this for a month and then go back to getting into a constant work routine, which is what I did. So now I'm back to it. So now I'm working with Mark through his online program where he basically like sends me an online workout plan and we work with it, do check-ins, and then adjust accordingly. And I'm proud of myself. I've been sticking with it. And I also have friends who have been keeping me accountable. So that's really nice. And just having this deadline in mind that I'm working towards that motivates me to keep going, finding other ways to motivate myself to keep going when I come home from work and I'm like, you know what, I'm too tired to go to the gym, and then I get something to remind myself and be like, this is what I'm working towards, so I need to go anyway. And then I go and I feel great because I'm like, look how I could have just sit down in my room, watch TV, but instead I did something that was good for my health. However, I would like to say that I'm not just doing this whole exercise weight loss thing to get towards a certain body type or body shape. As I mentioned in the first video, if you want to get the full carnival experience, you basically want to go there for like a week and a half so that you can go to the fetes and the different events that are happening. And even just Carnival Monday and Tuesday itself, those are 2 pretty long days of being on the road and going to events. So I'm also trying to build up that stamina to be able to withstand those what's basically going to be like a week of partying and events. So being able to be on the road for like 7 hours, which clearly will involve breaks, but also being able to, I want to get the full experience and be able to enjoy it to the maximum. So I don't want to like get halfway there and be like, oh my gosh, I'm too tired for this, I need to go home. I want to be able to go as long as I need or want. So that's a very important part of this whole exercising thing as well. For those persons who maybe are like me and you keep starting exercising and you stop and you're like, oh gosh, I need to keep momentum, I would just say don't procrastinate, don't postpone. Just if you're trying to start and you find yourself stopping, just like get right back to it. Don't be like, okay, I'll restart at the beginning of next month, or restart after Thanksgiving, or restart after my birthday. Like, you're just procrastinating and you're wasting all that valuable time that you could have been spending working out, getting into a routine, and developing a good habit and then you don't want to find yourself like in a month being like, oh, if I'd actually started on that date or just started right away, then I would have been able to lift this amount of weights by now, or these stuff. You don't want to have any regrets. So just do it. Nike should pay me. With that said, exercising is really only a part of the weight loss journey. As someone once said or tweeted, abs are made in the kitchen. Meaning what you eat is very important, maybe even more important than exercising. And for some people, it's even more difficult than exercising regularly, because a lot of the food that we need to eat less of or stop eating overall maybe tend to be quite addicting. Like it involves a lot of sugar, which is a very addicting substance, or maybe even high fructose corn syrup, which is found in a lot of the foods here in the US, a lot of the processed foods in the US. So paying attention to a lot of the things that are going into your foods is important, or trying to, as I've been trying to do, eat more vegetables or eat more fruits or just fresh foods, and less processed stuff, eating less fast food and eating out less, because you don't really know what's in the food when you're eating out as much, because when you're home you can kind of control what you put into that recipe or change the recipe to suit your dietary needs. You can't really do that as much out in the, like when you go out to a restaurant, especially when you go out to fast food restaurants. So taking that into consideration and trying to do that less to better manage your diet. I haven't really been following a strict diet per se. I haven't been doing anything like keto or whole food or any of the many ones that are out there. Like, for example, I know I could never really do keto. I don't think, at least not anytime in the future, because those restrictions are crazy and I will not be able to follow them. And it's one of those things where if you try to restrict things too much, then you're gonna just end up like you're going to the fall gonna be so much harder, because you might, well, I know myself, I would probably end up just going on a serious binge, and that's worse than just slowly trying to ease myself into eating properly. I have been trying intermittent fasting. I haven't been doing it very strictly. I started out strictly, and then because of all the changes that are happening in my day-to-day life, my work schedule is kind of changing and stuff like that. I've like loosened it a bit just until I can kind of get back into a groove. So, yeah, so that's what I've been doing. Trying to like restrict my eating to like a certain time period, but at the same time, on the weekends, like I'm more flexible and stuff like that. It's easier to do during the week, for me at least. For some people it might be the reverse, but for me, restricting my eating to a certain time period is easier than on the weekends when I might go out at nighttime and stuff like that. And obviously, if you're going out, you're probably gonna go drinking, even if it's not a non-alcoholic drink, which will then break the whole idea of intermittent fasting, because you're only supposed to be drinking things like water or tea or black coffee. So that is what I've been doing in the meantime to prepare for Carnival next February. I have 5 months to keep hitting that gym and also making sure that I am eating healthily and developing the strength and stamina that I will need to be on the road for however long I need to be on the road next February. So tell me what you've been doing to prepare. Have you also been hitting the gym? Do you have a set gym workout? Have you been changing your diet or anything? Are you trying to lose weight? Are you trying to fit into a particular costume? Did you order a costume that was maybe too small for you in hopes that you would lose weight for it? Because that's also something that people do. Yeah, so tell me in the comment section below, and also like the video, and if you haven't yet, go subscribe to my channel. See you next time! All I'm saying is, how the hell do I get knees like Megan Thee Stallion? Because I feel like I'm gonna need some of those. So, if you have the answer to that question, link me in the comments and hook me up.